Hey folks, I'm Zach, and today I would like to show you a paper computer game that I made. There's no plan to this. This is just a random stream of consciousness paper computer game that I just randomly made today. That means I just basically just started drawing. I didn't have any plan to go for it. So let's get into this. So this paper computer game is called GIFOBAZ, the paper computer game. Yeah, that's right. What does GIFOBAZ mean? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. So, this does not take place in the PCG universe. It does not take place, in any known universe that we've seen before in any paper computer game. This is a whole new reality to explore. And here you are. You play as Ginkus, but you're not very substantial, and you don't have any memories before this moment. You're just here. And it doesn't feel like amnesia either. It feels like you just legitimately don't have any memories. This is where your life starts or whatever. So here you are walking down this road, and you feel sort of drawn to this tower over here. What's going on with that? Over here we have, this is the fat guy. You may know him from other PCGs. But unlike other PCGs, the fat guy here is not blocking your path. He's just kind of there. He's just chilling. And you can trade with him. He has a lollipop that he is willing to trade, but we can come back to him later. There's other places to explore. This over here, this is weird. It looks like an abandoned building, but on top of it, there's a weird creature up here. This guy is a wheeler from the Wizard of Oz books. They are basically people who have wheels on, wheels for hands and feet. And so they roll around on their wheels. So it looks like the wheelers have been, camping out inside this building over here. So you can go inside that building and explore. There's a boulder over here. You can do whatever you want with the boulder. You can go inside this house, or you can head towards the tower. Now, you're not going to be able to get towards the tower immediately. The tower is locked, so you're going to have to explore other places first. There is also this space center over here. It's like a giant dome. And it's got, I guess you'd have to explore it to see what's inside of it. And over here, there's a very large moon or planet, sister planet, or whatever you want to call it, in the sky. And looks like there's a building on that planet. But to get there, you would have to find a spaceship. There is also a weird cloud that has something on it. So maybe you'd be able to explore the cloud as well, but that remains to be seen. So, if you go inside the Wheelers' habitat, you can see that inside they've got, this is sort of a top-down view of the inside of that building. Here we've got a Wheeler, and he is worshiping this, which is, this is the Great Wheel. Now, this is not from any Oz book. This is just newly created for this. But basically the Great Wheel, it's just a giant tire, but in the center of it is this eye. And this wheel is just this incredible being worshipped by the Wheelers. So it looks like this is sort of a temple to the Great Wheel, but except that the Great Wheel is right here in the middle of it. They have mats on the floor, almost like yoga mats, where the Wheelers, I guess they sleep, or you don't really know what they do. Over here, there's barrels. These are barrels of Gron oil. You might know Gron oil from, that comes from Gron Fresnel from PCGs created by Epic Worlds PCG. But yeah, this Great Wheel eats Gron oil, so the Wheelers are feeding him Gron oil. So if you want to get some Gron oil for yourself, you have to kind of get the Wheelers out of the way. But then the Great Wheel himself will be quite a challenge to overcome, because he, if you attack the Wheelers when you're inside here, the Great Wheel will just get really angry, and he'll be no, be gone, and he'll just start spinning really, really, really fast, and it'll create an incredible whirlwind around him. It'll heat up in the building. So yeah, there's pretty much not a whole lot you can do. You have to sort of use either stealth or diplomacy to try and find ways to get what you want from inside here. If you decide to walk around behind the rock, there's actually a secret back there behind the rock, which is over here. We have, here we are behind the boulder, and there's sort of like a little cave or a little cleft behind the boulder. Inside that cleft, you can find this little guy. He's Bobies. That's his species name. He can talk and everything, but he can't really tell you too much. He's just sort of like, hey, I'm here, how's it going? So yeah, you can take him with you if you like, but yeah, and he might be helpful. Maybe you can roll him places and he can report things for you, but yeah. Anyway, also his name is Filaz. Anyway, so you can, so up here there's a coin. It's not a Mercado coin. I know some of you guys, put Mercado coins in a lot of places, which is cool. And, I've done that as well. But in this case, this is not a Mercado coin. This is a coin that is just like completely not Mercado related. It's just like an ordinary, coin. But that will be useful later if you pursue it. So if we come back to our main sort of, world screen, we can also explore inside this house over here. This house is inhabited by, well, when you first go inside, you don't see anyone actually. Okay, here's where you came in. Here's a magnet. And here you are on the first floor of this house. There's nothing really here except for these are bookshelves in the back. And this is a place where you can learn about the world if you want to. You can spend time reading the books and you can find out the lore of, this world, like what kind of country you're in, what the current struggles are, how technologically advanced, that sort of thing. This is basically sort of like an opportunity for the player to learn about the world just by asking questions. And the PCG master here can, sort of improvise answers about the world, which will, of course, in true PCG fashion, become canon. So if I ever play anyone with this, I will totally improvise. But anyway, there's a staircase that goes up. If you follow that staircase, it will take you up here to this girl's room. And this girl, her name is Feli, and she lives alone in this house for some reason. And she's just got a bed, a window, and a candy bar. She will give you the candy bar if you trade something better for it, because she'll say, she's hungry but not really in the mood for candy. She won't just give it to you, but if you trade chips to her, she'll trade you the candy bar for the chips. So if we come back out to our hub screen, we can explore this space center over here. So inside the space center, here we are. These are just the hallways inside. There's this big button that says press to launch, and there's a vending machine over there. The vending machine does have chips in it, so that's a way that you could get chips to trade to the girl, but you have to put in a coin first. So hopefully you found that coin on that boulder. If you did not, you can't do that. So anyway, over here, there's a door that goes into this area. Inside here, there is a rocket ship, you guys. A rocket ship. So if you go inside there, then that rocket ship can blast off out of the space center and land on this moon over here, and that takes you to this screen. So here we are on the surface of this, moon or whatever it is. We're out over here, and there's this large structure. And you can climb up the side of this large rung. This is the only way to get inside the structure. There's like a portal over here. And this is unlike earthly architecture. They sort of build everything in triangles. This is a weird alien race that lives on this planet. We've never seen this alien race before. Up here is a powerful orb that you want to get, but you can't get that yet because you can't get up there. There's if you go up this way, you can't access up there, over there, or over here. You have to come out into this triangle area and get up here through this little portal. On this side as well, but those are just too high up, so you can't reach them. So the only thing to really do, well, first of all, this guy's going to attack you if you come in here. So you have to either knock him out or escape. You can drop down here and then here there's a ladder. But the ladder is changed down with two locks. You can go out this portal and jump down here. And then over here, there's a key. Over here, there's another key. So you have to get both of these keys, and then those will unlock the ladder. Here's another one of the alien dudes. He will fight you. It is possible to do diplomacy with them instead of fighting, but most likely it's going to be a battle. Once you beat him, then you can climb up the rungs on either side. That'll take you right back up here, so you can get the ladder. Then you can use the ladder, and you can get back up out here, and then go back over here, put the ladder, and then you can climb up and get the orb, and then you can return back to our own planet, whatever planet this may be. By the way, the actual key to access the tower is actually behind the Wheelers building where they put out the trash. There's actually a trash can over there with some garbage bags, and in the trash is a key. It's hard to find just by rooting around, but if you use the magnet that you find in the girl's house, then you can get the key out of here, and then you will be able to access that. So, yeah. Go inside the tower. Dun, dun, dun. You can see, so here we are at the ground floor of the tower, and this tower is not anything like you were expecting. It is completely, like, pipes, these are just like ordinary, pipes like you would find inside the walls, by a bathroom or whatever, or, behind a sink. But like these pipes have just, they just kept making their piping system just more and more complex, and it just completely got out of hand. So now the pipes have completely overgrown the entire building. These are just tons and tons of pipes going everywhere, floor to ceiling completely, and it just like stretches up all the way to the very top. So if you want to get to the top of the tower, you kind of have to climb the pipes. This is just sort of like a chunk of like floor that was once there. There was once like higher floors in these towers, but these floors, like here's a piece of floor that once existed, and these chunks of floor were just demolished by like the pipes growing through them. You can still see over here there's some pipes that are like growing right through that chunk of floor, and that floor is just suspended there. So here this is sort of like an improvisational puzzle. The player has to like figure out where they want to climb up, where is a sturdy foothold, and you just sort of like go with it. If they say, all right, I'm going to grab onto this and hold on to that, you can be like, well, that doesn't look that sturdy, so you might fall. There's no pre-prescribed path on how to get to the top. This is just climbing, and you have to pick the best, safest looking, things to grab onto, and as a PCG master, you figure out if it makes sense, if it would work. You can sort of like lean on these chunks of floor, or you can like step on them, but there's a chance they might break, and that sort of thing. It is also hard to like climb straight up like a long section of pipe like that one, because your arms aren't that strong. So you kind of have to, strategize the best way to get to the top. Once you get to the top, find yourself in this room over here. You climb up into here, and dun dun dun, it is this guy. Dude, this is the piping network. You see, because the pipe network has just gotten so complex, it has actually achieved sentience. This is a sentient piping system. So this guy is, he is the lord of like that pipe. So all the pipes you were climbing on before are part of him, and now he sees you as a threat, so he wants to get rid of you. But up here, this is the energy you've been attracted to. You've been feeling that. You need to get that. So if you get this ball, you win the game. That right there. That is the goal of the game, you guys. Whatever these things are, like you can't really tell, they're like emitting something that is like, I don't know, holding this ball of energy in place. Anyway, this guy is pretty hostile. He's gonna like open valves and like spray water at you or whatever. But you can either like disconnect some of his pipes and like weaken him, and or you can use diplomacy and like say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrupt your pipe palace. Because like, see, his thing is he remembers the humans, like at the end, the humans in this building tried to like stop him from growing through everything. So he perceived that as an attack. You know, he thought he was being attacked by humans. He just wants to live his life. You know, he's a new being. He has no reason to hate anybody, but he was just defending himself against the humans. So when you come in here, he thinks you're just another one of the humans who wants to demolish him and restore the building back to its original purpose. But, you know, you don't want that. You know, if you can convince him, like, hey, you know, that's not what I'm after. I just want that energy ball. He doesn't care about the energy ball. He's just trying to protect himself. So you can either, like, fight him and get the energy ball, or you can, you know, use diplomacy and get the energy ball. But either way, once you get the energy ball, you do beat the game. And things start to change. Because if we go back to our hub screen, we remember our Ginkus was not very substantial. You know, he's just sort of a stick figure, just a very basic Ginkus. He has no memories. He has no nothing. But once he absorbs this ball of energy, that changes. He becomes like his body and his mind start to flesh out. But more than that, he starts to get memories. He starts to remember things. But it doesn't feel like he's getting long lost memories or recovering his memories or whatever. It's like he's getting memories, like for the first time, like they're being written. So here is the new backstory. Your name is Ganokris. As a child, you were raised in Falostor province, which is, you know, like a province on this world. You were always drawn to this strange energy. You finally built the staff to harness it. It felt like coming home. You were drawn to the tower by the energy and by destiny. You now feel that perhaps you can change the world. And this is you. You are Ganokris. So what does this mean? I told you in the beginning that you're playing as Ginkus, and that is true. But here at the end, it's saying your name is Ganokris. You got this energy ball and you recovered all these memories, but did you really recover them? Like, this life that you've lived on this world, in this planet, did any of it really happen? That is sort of a weird philosophical... Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't specify too much, but I will tell you that the people on this planet, like the people who you remember meeting, if you were to go and ask them, they would remember you. And you like your house where you lived, that's there. You can go visit it. Like, you, from this point forward, this entire life that you lived on this world, it's true, it exists. But did it exist before? Was your life on this world always there, or is this new? And that, I think, is a good thing to leave you with. So that is my new paper computer game called GIFOBAZ, the paper computer game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun making it. And, yeah. PCG later.